What's good? It's Jordan. Today we'll be talking about keep grinding even when you feel like the mission is complete. On this journey, you're going to win. You're going to win. You're going to win. You're going to keep going and you're going to keep winning. But just understand, don't be complacent even when you win, because there's always someone out there that is willing to take what you have. There's always someone out there that's willing to work harder than you. Anything you want to do, keep working towards it, even if you're successful. Keep improving. There's always some way we can improve in our own daily lives to help us to keep going, to keep growing. Sometimes we look at other people and we see that they're so successful and then they just fall off. Why? Because they're complacent. What you don't want to do is fall off. And if you fall off, get back on it. If you want to train your body for the best it can be, for the best shape you can be in, know there's people that are training their body as well. There's people out there that are doing these things to be in competition. Look at athletes. Athletes all the time. They work, train themselves. Why? Because they're not complacent. They know that there's still stuff to be done. Business owners. That's why you see some businesses are very successful, because they're not complacent. They always see errors in their business and how they can work through their business and how they could progress their business. The business has a team that only could bring them to a certain level. That business hires a larger team and a team with people who have better skills to bring that business higher. Look at the world we live in. Look at innovation currently. Look at trains. Look at transit systems. Look at cars. We have old school cars. Now we have electric cars. This is innovation. We had old tunnels where trains can go through different tunnels. Now we have different types of trains. We have trains that can work with electricity. Not the older railroad trains, but the newer developed trains that have touchscreen on it, that have revolving doors, that have all these things where you can have Wi-Fi on the train, where the train could actually accelerate faster than a regular railroad train. Understand these things. These are innovations. These are things that completes the mission for what that company wants to do. Look at your computer. You have old computers. Now you have touchscreen computers. You have computers that have face recognition on it. Phones. Before it used to be flip phones. Now it's touchscreen phones. Phones that show your location, where you're at, where you're going. Gives you directions. These phones are like mini computers. Pay attention to the innovation that's going on around you, because everything in this world is moving forward, and if you don't pay attention, you'll be left behind. These are things that help our world to flow freely. Some creations may not be the best, but you could always find something that's good out of everything. Social media. Back in the days, there wasn't any social media. But now you can use social media to research what you want to do with your life, how to get it done, and the base of how you want it done. There's things where you can research where you weren't able to research time ago. You would have to ask somebody. Now that things are here to help us, we should progress, we should move forward in our lives and use these things to our advantage. We can't say we don't understand anything anymore. We don't understand this. We don't understand how to do it when the internet is at our disposal. So keep grinding, even when you feel like the mission is complete, because the mission is never complete. Why do you think with athletes, when they lose, they rewind tapes, look at other players, look at how they can redevelop themselves, redevelop their skills? Just being able to understand what you did wrong in your own life can put you so much ahead. Because we're all going to make mistakes. But how you pass those mistakes and how you pass those thresholds improve your life. Look at realtors. Look at people who rent out Airbnb spots. They find ways where they can promote their business and promote it over social media. Back in the day, without social media, you would have to go with pamphlets and put it on trees and put it on bus sheds and hand it out to people. Look at music. People used to make CDs with their music on the CD, burn the CD, and pass the CD out of their trunk, pass it to other people till their name gets out there. Now you have streaming services where you can put music on those streaming services without you having to burn CDs with your music on it and give it to someone else. You have streaming services like Apple, Spotify, Tidal. All these streaming services and these platforms where you can listen to music. But if we don't see these things early, we may get lost behind. We may not understand how to progress. You know, you have people with cell phones right now that don't know how to use a cell phone, don't know how to get into their own cell phone. Learn how to do these things if you don't know how to use it. Don't know how to use certain programs and platforms to help you increase your knowledge. If you don't learn, how are you going to grow? And these things are here to help us if we use them the right way. But for you to say that you don't know how to use it and not try to learn how to use it, it's ridiculous. And it's just getting to the point where if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But we can't be lazy. We can't be complacent with ourselves and what we want to get done and our talents and what we know we're good at. Put those talents to the forefront. There are so many people out here with much more talent than me, much more talent than other people, who are scared to put themselves on the internet. They're scared to show their talent on the internet. Why? Because of fear. Fear controls many people's lives. Fear controls people. If you break out of the fear mindset, you can accomplish things that you never knew. If you have a talent, put it out there. You don't know who will gravitate to you. That's why when we see people who are successful due to the internet, some people want to say, oh, they did this and they did that, and there's schemes going on behind the scenes as to why they're successful. No, maybe they just put themselves out there and someone gravitated to that and wanted to endorse them. But you won't know unless you try. Keep grinding. Anything that you do, you can be successful at. And you can take it further to than what you had it before. If we don't start something, we will not know what we want and what we like to do. But if you start, you'll get further than where you were before. I could promise you that. I say these things all the time because without people knowing these things and without these being instructed in our lives, we will not get far. This is not taught in school. This is barely taught amongst people. You would have to go seek this information on the internet. And people don't like doing that. They think the internet is too large and their attention spans are too short. But it's at our fingertips right now. And if we don't use it to our capabilities, we will not succeed. Look at stockbrokers. Look at people who invest in stocks, investors. They invest time and time again. They start out with terrible investments that don't even make any money. But later on down the line, they make a lot of money. And even when they make a lot of money, they continue to invest in different companies and research the companies and understand the companies. This is what makes it easier for their life. This is what makes it easier for them. Because they know the mission is complete, but they want more. And they keep wanting more and keep wanting to do more for themselves. And the need to want more and work more and work more and grind more, you're going to change your life. So understand that even when the mission is complete, keep grinding. Because there's people out there that still grind. There's people out there that still grind for the fun of it today. There's people who are old, far much older, elders, that still work jobs just because they like the grind. They like being out there. House is paid off, car is paid off. They got a good retirement plan. Everything's going good, but they still want to work a job because they love the grind. They love working. Develop these habits. These habits can help our daily lives. These habits can help us develop ourselves. And work at your pace always. Don't compare yourself to somebody else's pace. But keep grinding on this journey.